Today we're going to take a look at a variation on omoplata. It's actually reverse omoplata, and we're going to steal it from Judo. This is a technique that you see a lot in Judo when it comes time to do turnovers, because the rule set in Judo, of course, is very different than in Jiu-Jitsu. And the turtle position, often if we're playing Judo rules, of course, and my partner's here in turtle position, I only have a very short time to get any sort of offense going. And I either need to attack from this position, or I need to find a way of turning my partner over, not necessarily to attack, but in any sort of breakdown here to bring him to his back, where we can begin to pin. And of course, the pin is the end of the match if we're successful at doing it. So the reverse omoplata, the way that we're going to look at entering will be from the turtle position. There are a couple of other ways of entering. And we're going to start off either directly in front of our partner or slightly off to the side. What we need in order to be able to make this work is a little bit of a gap between our partner's elbow and their knee. And if there isn't a gap here, it's going to be difficult to hit, in which case we would go into an alternative sort of entry like a crucifix, where we would slip our leg through in this fashion, taking an inside position and capturing. For reverse omoplata, we're going to go 4 fingers into our partner's jacket. We're going to hold a grip on our partner's belt pants, and we're going to draw our partner forward towards us here. We want to open up this space in between our partner's elbow and their knee. And we're going to take our rear leg and we're going to reach it through, taking care not to kick your partner in their face. We're going to reach through and we're going to pass our leg into this position where we're crossing over our partner's tricep. We're going to use that to wrap and turn so that we get to a spot where we have our partner's arm captured, his hand is facing his body, and our 2 knees are here connected to our partner's arm. This arm that was holding our partner's hip is going to pass over the top, and we're going to place our shoulder down on the mat. The outside leg is going to post so that we can turn, take our hips up, and reach and invert our body like this. Now from here, we want to create a condition where our partner wants to roll. Now, if he elects to stay here, and in some Judo situations you'll find the person's very reluctant to roll, then we use our legs as the driving force to take our partner's arm around the corner. And if you look at the configuration of his arm, it looks a lot like a kimura. We're going to drive our leg down. That's going to force a roll from our partner. If he doesn't roll, then he's going to feel pressure of a break. We're going to pass the top arm back, either over and underneath our partner's armpit on the far side, or above our partner's shoulder. Function of this arm is to prevent our partner from sitting up. If he can continue to sit up and follow, he can alleviate pressure here on his elbow. But if not, and we keep our arm in place, it's very difficult for him to sit up. Now, a lot like a classic omoplata, we move our legs out into this S position, plant our foot on the floor, heist our body up, and use our knee to sweep our partner's ankle backwards until we get the finish. So from a little bit of a different angle here, we begin with our grips. We draw our partner forward and we take our rear leg and pass it through the space. We create a rotation where we turn onto our shoulder and invert our body here. We use the momentum of our legs to draw our partner's wrist behind their back. And if they stay here, often this will be the finishing position. But when they roll to alleviate pressure, we follow our partner up, keeping their wrist trapped behind our knee. We pass our arm either under our partner's armpit or above our partner's shoulder, so we have a pin position. And then the action of the finish is keeping their wrist behind our knee. We're going to heist up. So we're going to bring our hips up slightly, and then we're going to suck our partner's elbow backwards. If you look at the position of his wrist here and his elbow, it's a lot like the kimura. So the function is exactly the same as the kimura. We want to draw our partner's arm back and keep the hand behind their back. Okay, one last time. So we're with a partner. We move around behind our partner. We get our grip. We separate and create this gap. Passing the leg through. We turn, place our elbow on the floor, and drive our body through. Here's where the tension begins. You can join your legs, or you can keep them separate but close together. As we drive, this is the lever. We rotate our partner through, land in the top position. Heist, sweep our leg back, and we have a very strong finish. Again, this is a very nice attack to play when someone is very tight in turtle. You see that condition a lot in Judo Newaza, but we see it in Jiu-Jitsu as well when somebody is playing in a tight position and they don't want to open up their neck and they want to stay in very defensively. So hopefully this was helpful, something you can add to your arsenal. Thanks for watching. See you soon.